basement breakdown takes the night. Swing by the
He doesn't have.
Welcome back to the basement breakdown. All right. I'm not sure why I did that. Yeah, I got to lose some weight before Portugal. I don't know why I'm telling you guys that. But first off, guys, we have an announcement. This is UFC Vancouver, October 18th, RDR. René de Ridder takes on Anthony Hernandez, number 5 against number 6 in the middleweight division. Number 5 being René de Ridder, number 6 being Anthony Hernandez. Both these guys coming off of big wins. I picked against René de Ridder. He just beat Robert Whittaker in a split decision, close fight. And Anthony Hernandez dismantled Roman Dolidze less than 2 weeks ago. So yeah, these two are scheduled to fight October 18th. I think this is a fun matchup, and this will, Kai Baralho is fighting Imavov, and now you have de Ridder and Hernandez, so we'll see who's going to be fighting for a title and who will be fighting for a title after that. Marlon Vera goes up against Eamon Zahabi, Eamon Zahabi's coming off of that win against Jose Aldo. I was a little upset about that. He fought very well in that fight. Eamon Zahabi's a good fighter. He goes up against Chito Vera. This is in the bantamweight division. Chito Vera is looking for a win. He's come off of a couple losses recently, and he's looking to get back in the win column. This will be a good fight. We have a welterweight bout. This will be Kevin Holland's. Kevin Holland's fighting a lot in the year of 2025. He is fighting Mike Malott. Mike Malott's coming off of a win. Kevin Holland's coming off of a loss. And then we have Manon Fiorot versus Yasmin Eusebius. So, UFC Vancouver is looking not bad. Not bad at all. But let's move on. All right. I want to talk a little bit about UFC 319 very quickly. Overall, we went 7 for 12 on our picks for the night. It was a fun night of fights, for sure. We'll start it off. Libby Idris lost to Joseph Morales. Huge underdog win from Joseph Morales. Triangle choke in the second round. Very upsetting. Got that wrong. Karine Silva beat Dion Barbosa via robbery. It was a very close decision. I had Karine Silva by decision, so I was happy to see it. But, way she goes. I wanted to pick Drakkar Klose. I said that in my video, but I went with Edson Barbosa ultimately. And ultimately, it was a very close fight. I thought Edson Barbosa could have won it, to be fair. Drakkar Klose threw the more significant strikes, I would say. Edson Barbosa looked old. He's in prime physical shape. He's shredded, but he is... I don't know. He just looks, he's clinching a lot. He's just not fighting the way that he used to. He might be gearing towards the end. Alexander the Great Ape Hernandez extends his win streak to 3, beats Chase Hooper. I didn't expect this. Chase Hooper looked pretty good at the beginning of the round. Then he got knocked out by Alexander Hernandez. Chase Hooper's stand-up has a lot to be desired, and it just, I don't know, I feel like exposed. A lot of people kind of already could call this, so, or maybe, I don't know. When you watch it back, it makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, Alexander Hernandez beat Chase Hooper. Our pick of Lupi Godinez versus Jessica Andrade. We got Lupi by decision. That's what happened. Mikhail Olajancic beat Gerald Michart in the first round by KO, like we said. Susakayev fought twice in the same week, and this is the first time I've picked the same guy twice in the same week. Defeated Eric Nolan via submission by rear naked choke in the second round. Dana White gifted Eric Nolan a contract after because, it was a good first round. I wanted to take Kaya Sakura versus Tim Elliott. I didn't pull I wanted to take Tim Elliott to beat Kaya Sakura. I didn't.
Still a very, very deadly,
what
competent
if he
fighter.
submits Kaya Asakura? Who the fuck is Kaya?
He's like one of those he's just one of those aggressive
Pull the bullet, the trigger. I was very worried for this fight specifically. Kaya Sakura doesn't have good takedown defense, and that was exposed in the Pantoja fight. Granted, that is Pantoja. They gave him Tim Elliott to kind of see, and we saw. A lot of people had Kai. I did, but I was very worried. And yeah, Tim Elliott was able to submit him via guillotine in the second round. Kai looked good in the first round. I don't know, he kind of looked a little... I don't know, he looked like he was a little more scared in the second round. And then, yeah, got submitted. Michael Page beat Jared Cannonier via decision, which is what we said. Won the first 2 rounds, got taken down the third. Then Carlos Praches called him out, and Michael Page wants to oblige that. Jeff Neal got knocked out by Praches via spinning back elbow. This was pretty crazy. Carlos Praches was my pick on the night. Yeah, 2 back-to-back spinning back elbows.
Right now, man. Oh, lead elbow. So much spinning attack.
The other being Aaron Pico. Lerone Murphy knocked him out. Another one of my, this was my underdog, one of my underdog picks for the night. Pretty impressive from Lerone Murphy. I'm pretty sure he'll be fighting for a title sometime soon. Yeah, Aaron Pico, he looked good at the beginning, very aggressive, but yeah. And then Khamzat Chimaev, 50-44 Dricus du Plessis. I feel like I should have been a lot smarter with my pick for this. Yeah, a lot of people were telling me, you know, to change up, but I stood on business. I was the style of Dricus du Plessis, like the way he strikes and stuff. He gives so many openings, and where Khamzat Chimaev can take him down. That's exactly what happened. The gas tank was the question, and that's all been answered. Yeah. Khamzat Chimaev is the new middleweight champion, and I don't see him being defeated for a while, to be fair. He's got a lot in his toolbox, and we'll see. We've got some matchups in the middleweight division, so we'll have some contenders for him. Now we move on to UFC Shanghai. UFC goes back to Shanghai. And the prelims start at 3 a.m. and the main card, it starts at 6 a.m. So this is going to be a late one. Okay. Let's get it started. All right. The prelims start off with Yuran Sati Baldia versus Dr. Nurgaze. I am going to go with Yuran. I think that he impressed me more his last time out versus Martin Buday. DR fought Branson Ribeiro, where he got, I don't want to say like exposed, but like, I don't know. Martin Buday is no longer in the UFC, but like, I think that Yuran will probably be able to win like a slimy decision against DR. So I'm going to go with Yuran Saltabadiev by decision for the first fight of the night. We move up the card. Long Zhao goes up against Yu Su-yong. I fully expect Yu Su-yong to have the advantage on the ground against Long Zhao. I'm trying not to laugh when pronouncing some of these names. Sorry. But yeah. Sorry, my stomach's getting in the... Anyways, yeah. Yu Su-yong's definitely going to have the advantage on the ground. I think he'll be able to submit Long Zhao. If not, he wins a very dominant decision. Weston Wilson is being sacrificed to Yuza. I don't know what else I can really say here. I feel like Yuza has a lot of ways to win this fight. This takes place in the featherweight division. I could see a knockout. I could see a dominant decision. I'm going to go with Yuza via knockout. I'm very sorry, Weston Wilson. We move up the card. Michel Pereira takes on Kyle Daukaus on late notice. Michel Pereira's been on a bit of a skid. He's looked like shit recently. He's lost to Abus Magomedov, and then before that, he lost to Anthony Hernandez, which is, Fluffy's pretty nasty. And Abus Magomedov is pretty nasty too. But yeah, Kyle Daukaus, 32 years of age, late notice. Like, why don't I trust Kyle Daukaus? I think that's because of his loss to Eric Anders, most recently in 2022. And now he's coming back 3 years later. 3 rounds. I think Michel Pereira will have what it takes to beat him by decision. If not, it'll be some weird, freaky KO. But yeah, you know what? We'll go with a weird, freaky Michel Pereira KO. All right. Next, we got Zhang versus Austin Hubbard. Austin Hubbard is a crafty vet in the lightweight division. I do not expect him to beat Zhang. I could see him perhaps maybe winning a round, putting up a good fight, but I see Zhang being the more all-around fighter. I could see him winning via submission, but I'm going to take him via decision against Austin Hubbard, 29-28. We move up the card. All right. Loner Kavanagh goes up against Charles Johnson. This is going to be a fun fight. Loner Kavanagh fought Felipe Dos Santos last time out, and before that, he beat Jose Ochoa. Jose Ochoa, tough guy. Felipe Dos Santos, I don't think he's in the UFC anymore, but also tough, crafty striker. I feel like, Charles Johnson's been there for a while. His last fight was a decision loss against Ramzabek Tamirov. To be fair, he took Ramzabek Tamirov to a very close decision, and he's a very crafty veteran. I expect this to be a tough fight. I expect this to go to a decision. I could see perhaps some money in a Charles Johnson underdog pick, but I am going to go with Loner Kavanagh via decision over Charles Johnson. We move up the card. Next, we have Hayesiar Mahisha Tate. I want to say just Misha Tate for some reason. But yeah, versus Gage Young. Both 25 years of age. Significant height. Well, there is a height advantage for Misha Tate. Mahash Tate. Oh my God. Hayesiar. We'll just go by his first name. Bit of a reach advantage as well for him. Gage Young's last fight was against Evan Elder. And before that, he lost to Quinlan Salakid. This is tough. Yeah. Miash Tate lost to Nicholas Moda. Beat Gabriel Benitez in a split decision. Lost to Vishav Borshev and Rafa Garcia. Beat Steve Garcia. That's a win that aged well. Back in 2022. That's his best win. Oh, man. Tough. Tough. You know what? We're going to go with Gage Young. I'm not sure if he's going to be favorited in this matchup, but I am going to go with Gage Young. Yeah, we're going to go with a Gage Young. He could knock him out. Yeah, Gage Young knockout. Let's go. We move up to the main card. All right, Kiefer Crosby is going up against, oh my God, Taya Lake Naraji. We're going with Taya Lake Naraji over Kiefer Crosby. I'm not sure why Kiefer Crosby is still in the UFC. He is another sacrificial lamb to start off the card. I'm taking Naraji by any way he wants, but we'll go by TKO, coming by way of the first round. All right, flyweight division. This is a tough one. Sue Maderji goes up against Kevin Borjas. Kevin looked very good his last time out versus Ronaldo Rodriguez. I don't know, and then Sue beat Mitch Raposo in a dominant decision. You know what? I'm going with Sue Maderji to beat Kevin Borjas. I just think he'll be too much for him. And I'm going with that by decision. We move up the card. Okay, Sergey Pavlovich goes up against Waldo Cortez Acosta. This is tough. I feel like Waldo Cortez Acosta is maybe better on the ground. Close decision with Sergey Spivak his last time out where I picked him. I feel like Waldo Acosta is going to win a decision against Sergey Pavlovich, and he's going to be upset with it. Yeah. I'm going with Waldo Cortez Acosta winning a decision over Sergey. Sergey could knock him out. There's some good money in that. I kind of hope he does, just for the sake of it. I miss watching Sergey knock people out, but my gut tells me Waldo Cortez Acosta decision. We move up to the co-main and main event, and I think I'm going to let me and Harrison take this one.
All right, guys, Basement Breakdown here. We are back with another fight night. This one's a little special.
Yeah.
The UFC comes back to China.
Shanghai, mainland China.
Mainland China.
First time since 2019.
And to be fair, it's not a bad card.
No, they've got a solid fight night card.
Well, we're only going to talk about the main event and co-main event, which brings us to the co-main event. We have Aljamain Sterling going up against Brian Ortega. T-City.
Excited for this one. One of my favorite fighters.
Brian Ortega?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Zach both.
Love Ortega.
He's got
a dog.
Nice hair, nice eyes, and didn't he used to bang Tracy Cortez?
He did.
Let's go. Well, he's
And nice grappling.
He's good grappling. I picked him as an underdog against Yair Rodriguez in their rematch, and
Yeah.
he almost died, obviously, but then he...
And then he got him, subbed him.
Yeah, I mean, off the bat, I side with Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah,
so,
off the bat,
so,
it's so hard to
so
side
hard.
with Ortega at all.
So hard. Brian Ortega hasn't won, he won that Yair Rodriguez fight, but that was a come from behind. He is 1-3 in his last 4.
Yeah, and he's not active at all either. Like, you look at one of those and it's the Volk fight.
Where he got pieced up.
In
He's
2021.
been in
Yeah.
wars.
That was a war. He got bullied for the last 2 rounds straight of that fight.
Remember when Max Holloway taught him how to box?
Yeah.
In the middle of their fight?
That was only 2 fights before the Volk one. So, he's, not crazy active guy at all.
If you look at
He's had some injury issues.
look at every fight he has been in. He's losing, well maybe not every fight, but almost he's losing the striking battle.
Yeah, he's not a great striker.
and
he doesn't have much to offer on the feet.
It's just kind of funny to look at, he's just getting outstruck until he submits somebody.
Yeah, until he finds his opening. And
Yeah.
gets you down and he subs you.
Aljamain's way too smart to give him that.
But yeah, Aljamain's a great grappler in his own right. And takes a lot of grappling matches, too. Outside of the UFC, as of late. Took 2 last year.
Who did he compete against?
The Chase Hooper one we were
The
talking
Chase Hooper,
about
split decision.
on the 319 card. And then he beat J.J. Wilson at
In Karate Combat. I watched, I remember that.
with the win over Calvin Kattar in between at UFC 300.
Yeah, that was an easy fight. Ugh, Calvin Kattar coming off of how many years of not fighting. Aljamain Sterling's probably going to win a decision, right? Just going to control him.
Yeah, they probably just grapple each other.
Brian Ortega, even I think Aljamain will land some leg kicks and then they'll just start grappling.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think either guy is that interested in striking
No.
with each other. It's going to be just Aljamain pretty much controlling him. I think Aljamain
30-27?
certainly stronger. Yeah.
At 135, Brian Ortega, or at 145, sorry. So when he was at 135 and now coming, I remember how he looked, and now he looks so much bigger
he's filled
and
out
stronger.
his frame nicely.
And he almost beat Mosvar, man. A couple,
That was a close fight.
really close. The third round is what did it. The ending of the third round, losing position to Mosvar is what lost Aljamain that fight.
Yeah, and Mosvar he's good. He should get the next title shot, absolutely.
There's no way Brian Ortega wins.
Yeah. Brian Ortega, he's just not active enough. He lost to Diego Lopez, unanimous decision.
May I ask why you like him so much then?
Just because I like that tough season against Volk.
Yeah.
I just liked just talking.
I like his
so
mohawk,
much
Volk's
trash.
mohawk.
Yeah. I just really liked that season, and that fight was great.
It was a very good
I like
fight.
when the fight.
Oh, he almost had him, eh? And
Yeah.
then Volk's just I'm not tapping.
Oh, Volk's face was purple.
Literally. He was down under for sure. All right. Brian Ortega decision seems pretty likely here.
Sterling.
I know, I was just kidding. I know, I was just kidding. After everything we said, we're going with Brian Ortega. Aljamain Sterling, 30-27.
Yeah.
Are we in agreement?
Yeah, 30-27.
Let's go.
It's probably just holding him up against the fence the whole time.
It's going to be a snooze fest.
15 minutes.
Fight of the night.
You
Yeah,
waking
Johnny
up at
Walker.
6 a.m. for
Johnny
that?
Walker is getting knocked out by Zhang Minyang in Shanghai,
yeah.
right?
This is another Dana White setup.
I honestly genuinely
He's a
think
knockout machine.
I think Johnny Walker would take Anthony Smith to a decision.
I think he would too.
Win it, but it would be a decision.
Well, he did
We did.
a couple of years ago.
That is absolute facts. Yeah, like you're taking Anthony Smith to a decision, and Zhang Minyang is killing him. And it's the same Anthony Smith. He hasn't changed.
Had Anthony Smith curled up in a ball
Fetal position.
in his retirement fight. After they played a 10-minute video package for him on the Jumbotron, he had him curled up in a ball in front of his whole family.
They gave him that video package because he didn't take the knee to John Jones. He didn't take his championship from him.
They had to thank him. I think this is a repeat of that.
Yeah. I mean, if Johnny Walker lands something, it'll be like a ridiculous, like he won't win this fight. No way.
Yeah.
No
Johnny
way, no how.
Walker's just, he's such a weird fighter. Like if he throws some unorthodox thing and catches him, but there's no way.
Yeah, he's on a downward spiral.
He got knocked out in his last 2 fights.
His brother's
2
good.
uppercuts back to back.
Let's see. By what's his name? The guy who
Volkan and then Ankalaev.
Yeah. And then he went on a vicious streak of Anthony Smith, Paul Craig, and Ion Cutleba. Yeah, I mean, Johnny Walker, like, there was a time when he came into the UFC and beat Khalil Roundtree with an elbow. Like, he looked really good at the beginning, and then people kind of realized, like, okay, this guy's just...
Yeah, he kind of lost it. He lost those fights against Jamal Hill and Santos.
Remember that one on knockout where he, like, falls back?
Yeah, that was such a weird... That's what I mean. He's just such a, like, meme of a guy.
And he's going to be a meme of a guy in Shanghai.
And then people thought, oh, he beat, like, Paul Craig, and they're like, oh, maybe, like, he's getting something back.
It's been a while since the Bear Jews won a fight, guys, just to put that out there, even though they signed him for another 5-fight deal. I feel like Zhang Minyang...
It's a knockout.
It's a knockout.
First round knockout probably again.
He's fighting
Maybe
an awkward
second
guy in Shanghai, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's... Yeah, I feel like Zhang Minyang, he's undefeated in the UFC. Branson Ribeiro, Tuco Talcos, who picked up his first win against Junior Taffa recently. Anthony Smith, Ozzy Diaz. And to add to that list, Johnny Walker's getting knocked out early by Zhang Minyang.
He only has first round knockouts in the UFC.
That's why. I just see 1-1-1. I think it's either a 1 or a 2. I think he gets knocked out in the first round.
I think this is another guy that has a lot of hype. Like, he came into the UFC already known for his knockout power, and he's just continued to prove it. And I feel like it's a guy Dana's also trying to build up really slowly and safely.
That's why they put him on this card.
You see, they give him guys like, yeah, of course, over in Shanghai, but they give him like Johnny Walker, Anthony Smith, guys he can definitely knock out.
Those are like
still they have name value.
That's like the back-to-back boys. Like for a name, like it's like Anthony Smith.
Back-to-back classic setup. They're just trying to put this guy over, man.
Yeah. And he's going to be put over that night, too. Like, he's going to beat Johnny Walker quickly. Johnny Walker will have flown out there literally to get knocked out in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that they're paying him nicely, and maybe he gets a nice vacation in Shanghai.
Yeah. I don't know if he should fight more after.
Or I don't know, maybe they just send him out of the arena in his bare feet.
What if his brother comes in to fight Zhang Minyang instead of him? Like, he just kind of walks in and like, what?
Everyone just goes with it.
Yeah, they're like, all right, well.
They just throw hands anyways. He still gets knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
It never mattered.
If anyone's picking Johnny Walker, which I know they won't be on this fight card unless you're MMA Guru, yeah, don't, because he's getting knocked out. That's really all I got to say about UFC Shanghai. It should be a fun night of fights. And for those of you who are coming back at the bars at 3 a.m., you can watch the early prelims.
Get right into it.
Get right into it. And, you know, for those of you who wake up early, maybe you'll catch the main card. All right, that's our prediction video. Basement Breakdown, out.